You look at a guy like Nas Reed, you look at Bones Highland, guys that have to pick up their play a little bit more. They're going to have to play out of their mind until Ant gets back. But, they're going to have to hold it down.
The Joker in his press conference, which I thought was crazy, he said he's been playing average, which, if you look at his numbers, average is really, really good. But he hasn't been maybe playing as good as he typically does. Looking at him tonight, did it seem like we were seeing that three-time MVP energy, or do you still have a little ways to go? I'm wondering what you guys think about his performance in this series so far.
I think he was feeding the family today. 16 assists.
Yes, he was.
11 rebounds. We used to see him score more, but I think he's doing what's needed. I don't know what's going on, what he feels or how he feels like, or why he feels like he hasn't played that well, but I think he's doing the things that is needed, especially today, to win games. But, I'm still waiting for one of those big Joker outbursts where he can, have those same, assists and rebound numbers, but also, those big numbers offensively. We haven't seen that yet. And funny enough, he usually does it against Rudy Gobert, which is, I guess Rudy's picking up his play a lot because he's playing very good defense on him, make him do other things. But I'm just waiting for him to have one of those games.
Okay, well, Minnesota Timberwolves head coach Chris Finch just sat down at the podium. Let's check in with him.
Chris, the turnovers, what did you see from your group and what was causing all the problems holding on to the ball?
Just kind of silly, playing in the crowd, not handling the physicality well, just trying to plow through it. Just kind of, that and just a lot of just silly forced plays by guys trying to make something out of nothing.
Do you think that was there any kind of a lack of urgency on their part? Did you feel
No, I didn't feel a lack of urgency. We started the game a beat slow, but I didn't think there was a lack of urgency. So.
Chris, when you say kind of playing in a crowd, when you say playing in a crowd and not matching the physicality, how do you generate ball movement amidst physicality like you want?
The ball movement was there. I thought the ball movement was there. We didn't make the plays that were right in front of us. So I thought there was really good opportunities to make those plays. So I thought we started the game too, wanting to make all the home run plays, instead of making all the plays that to help us get into the ball game and make the rhythm plays.
Chris, did you feel like that was like an adjustment by Denver's defense?
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. The Denver Nuggets are not dead yet. Down 3-1 in the series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, facing elimination on their home floor, Nikola Jokic delivered a masterpiece. 27 points, 11 rebounds, 16 assists, a triple-double that reminded everyone why he is a three-time MVP. The Nuggets won 125-113, and now the series heads back to Minnesota for Game 6. The crew on NBA Game Time started breaking down what we saw from Jokic, and they had an interesting debate. Was this the Jokic we used to seeing? Or does he still have another level? Let me show you exactly what they said. Roll the clip. Did you catch that? Let me break this down because Isaiah Thomas and Rudy Gay had a fascinating conversation. First, Isaiah Thomas said, "I think he was feeding the family today. 16 assists, 11 rebounds. I don't think we are used to seeing him score more, but I think he's doing what's needed." And that is the thing about Jokic. He does not force his scoring. He reads the defense. He makes the right play. Tonight, the Timberwolves were sending double teams. They were being physical. They were trying to take away his scoring. So, what did Jokic do? He became a playmaker. He found Spencer Jones. He found Cam Johnson. He found Jamal Murray. He made everyone around him better. But Rudy Gay said something interesting. He said, "I'm still waiting for one of those big Joker outbursts where he can have the same assists and rebounding but also those big numbers offensively. We haven't seen that yet." And he pointed out that Jokic usually saves those games for Rudy Gobert. He said, "Funny enough, he usually does it against Rudy Gobert." I guess Rudy's picking up his play a lot because he's playing very good defense. I want to make him do other things. I'm just waiting for him to have one of those games. So, even in a 27-point triple-double, the crew thinks Jokic has another gear. That is terrifying for the Timberwolves. Because if Jokic decides to go for 40 in Game 6, what can Minnesota do? Now, let's talk about the other factor in this game. Spencer Jones and Cam Johnson. These two role players combined for huge production. Spencer Jones hit back-to-back threes in the third quarter. Cam Johnson was throwing down dunks with authority. The Nuggets bench outscored the Timberwolves bench. And that was the difference. The Timberwolves were without Anthony Edwards. He was injured. And without their best player, they struggled. Julius Randle tried to step up, but it was not enough. Chris Finch, the Timberwolves head coach, said after the game, "We didn't handle the physicality well. We were trying to make home run plays instead of making the plays right in front of us." He also pointed out that the Nuggets had 23 fast break points, many of them off Timberwolves turnovers. Now, let's talk about Game 6. The Timberwolves have to win at home to close out the series. If they lose, Game 7 is back in Denver. And as the crew pointed out, winning in Denver is tough, especially when the Nuggets have role players stepping up like they did tonight. Isaiah Thomas said, "If you have to go back to Denver, that's going to be tough to beat these guys, especially when you got Spencer Jones, Cam Johnson, those guys playing heavy minutes and producing at the level that they did." Rudy Gay added, "If you got to win one in Denver, it's going to be tough towards the end of the series. So, it's definitely a must-win for the Timberwolves." And that is the reality. Game 6 is do or die for Minnesota. They have home court. They have the crowd. They might get Anthony Edwards back. But they are facing a Nuggets team that has championship DNA. A team that has been here before. A team led by the best player in the world. Jokic said after the game that he has been playing average in this series. If that is average, what is great? We might find out in Game 6. I want to know what you think. Can the Timberwolves close out the series at home? Or are the Nuggets going to force a Game 7? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And subscribe if you want to stay locked in. We are building something real here. See you next time. Peace.